Hey guys, happy Thursday, May 7th. Welcome to your daily WOD briefing. I'm going to take you guys through your workout today. So let's go ahead and get started with your warm-up. You guys have a 30-second couch stretch on each side, but you guys have two different kinds. So we'll start your first one, and then we'll go into your second one. Again, 30 seconds each side. You guys then have a 1-minute wall hinge hold. Okay, you guys have 10 scorpions facing down, 10 scorpions facing up, and then you guys have 10 knee pulls each side, 10 quad pulls each side, 10 high knees each side, and then 10 butt kickers each side. Let's go ahead and get into it. So your first calf stretch, you guys are going to have your heel as close to a solid object as possible. So ideally, I'd like you guys to use some kind of wall, that way there's no give. Okay, but I'm using this chair for demo purposes. You guys are going to get your heel nice and close to that object. Torso is going to be upright, legs going to stay locked out, and you're going to push your hips towards the wall. Okay, you should be feeling a stretch back in the calf. Okay. You'll do 30 seconds on one side and 30 seconds on the other side. And then for your second one, it's a similar concept, just different. Heels, again, going to be as close to the wall as possible, but now we're going to drive our knee towards that object, okay? You're going to be feeling this one more on the front side of your leg, so like across the top of your ankle, maybe even up your shin just a little bit. But those are your two calf stretches. You guys then have a 1-minute wall hinge. On your wall hinge, you're going to find the surface. Get your butt back, get your feet set about shoulder width distance apart, and we're going to push our hips back. Okay, so hips are going back and my chest is going forward. All right, so I'm trying to get a nice torso stretch here, a nice hamstring stretch. But again, hips shift back and you're pushing everything back, hinging at the hips, stretching out those hammies. Okay. Next, you guys have 10 scorpions. Let's go ahead and go with our ones facing down first. So with these guys, arms are going to be out to the side. Okay, you're going to take opposite toe to opposite hand. We're going to get it as close as we can to that hand and then come back down. As close as we can to that hand and then come back down. Okay. Other ones, you're going to be facing up. On these guys, we're going to be taking our knee to our opposite hand. So we're going to take this knee to our opposite hand and then come back down. And then knee to opposite hand. And then come back down. You're going to be feeling those guys more back in your lower back and your butt cheeks. Okay. Next, you guys have your knee pull. So you're going to go ahead and grab your knee, pull your knee into your chest. Once you guys hit the top of that range of motion, you guys can go ahead and bring it back down. Next, you guys have your quad pull. So you're going to grab the top of your foot, pull your heel into your butt cheek, push your hips forward. Again, we're getting a stretch to the quad and the hip flexor, and then bring it back down. Okay, those are going to be each side. Okay. Next, we have your high knees. On these guys, I want you to think about a couple things. So first thing is going to be where your foot's striking the ground. Okay. I don't want to see you guys striking the ground on the balls of your feet or on your heels, right? So try and think about hitting with your midfoot. So somewhere between the balls and the midfoot of your foot. Because this is where you should be striking the floor when you guys are running for your 1 mile max effort run in part 1 coming up. Okay, so we're trying to get you guys primed, get your body firing the correct way before we start that max effort. So again, my midfoot is what's going to be hitting the ground here. Okay, I'm also thinking about pulling up with that hip flexor, right? And making sure my foot lands in a neutral position under my body. So when I go, I'm going to go midfoot. Okay, not my heel, not the ball of my foot, my midfoot. Okay. On your butt kickers, kind of the same concept. I'm looking for you guys to have proper foot placement when you guys return that foot back towards the ground, right? Again, it's going to be on that midfoot, not on the balls of your feet, okay? You're going to be using your hamstring and your glute to pull that foot up, okay? So think about making that muscle-mind connection of activation here and then striking the floor with that midfoot. That's going to be your butt kickers, okay? All right, this leads us into part 1. You guys have a 1 mile max effort run. This is a test, meaning we are looking for all out, balls to the wall, full-blown effort, okay? When you get back from your 1 mile max effort run, you should have nothing left in your tank. You should have given it all to that mile, okay? 1,600 meters, 1,600 meters. If you guys don't have that blocked off, there are plenty of apps online that you can download where it will tell you when you finish running 1 mile, okay? I know the Nike Run Club has one. I use Strava. And so those are always options you guys can use if you don't have your 1 mile blocked out yet. That's it. A couple things I want you guys to focus on as you guys are running. I know for me, sometimes it's helpful to think about form and technique because it takes away how much pain I'm in. So like we were talking about earlier is your foot striking. You want to make sure you're striking on the mid-foot, not the ball of your foot. You're not striking with your heel. If you guys run leading with your heels, it's basically putting a brake on your body, and that's pretty counterproductive when it comes to running at any point in time. So lean on your midfoot. Okay, also think about position of your torso. We could go to so many details of running, but I'm just going to give you guys 2. That foot strike and then position of your torso. So you want to make sure you have a slight lean forward. Okay, I'm not looking for a big hip hinge or lots of hip flexion here. I am looking for a slight lean forward in order to let gravity help you do some work. Okay, if you guys are leaning back and we're here, right, again, putting that brake on. Use gravity to your advantage and be slightly forward as you guys are striking that midfoot on the ground, okay? I know I said I would give you 2 things, but I'll give you 3 things. As you guys are running, also don't forget that your butt cheeks like to do work too, okay? So you're gonna be pulling back with your foot as well. So we're pulling back with that hamstring and that butt cheek as we're going. So those are things you guys can think about as you're running so you're not dying from pain. Or you can die from pain, either way. Let's go ahead, let's talk about part 2 today. Today you guys have a workout called jury duty, okay? 30 mountain climbers each side, and then 300 V-ups. Super simple. Let's go ahead and talk about those mountain climbers. So you guys are gonna be in these positions. So heels are gonna be near your hands, and you're gonna switch, keeping your butt as low as you can. Okay, heel returns to hand every single rep. If we need to scale, you guys have a few options. You guys can scale knee to chest. Or you guys can raise the surface that you're pressing against, take it up to, say, a bench, a box, a chair, something where you guys are now elevated off the ground. But similar concept. You're still bringing your knees to your chest. Here. All right? All right. Last but not least, guys, we have your V-ups. With these suckers, you guys are going to be in your hollow body position. Now don't forget, you start and you're ending in your hollow body position. So chin is tucked to chest, arms are extended behind your head, feet are together, toes are pointed. You're going to touch your shoelaces at the top and then come back to that middle position, making sure your shoulders don't come back, right? I don't want to have a hole here. I want to make sure I keep that lower back in contact with the ground and shoulders off the floor. If I'm going to be scaling, I'm going to scale to shin touches, or I'm going to scale to tuck-ups, or I can even scale to sit-ups. Okay, just depends on where I'm at for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. If not, have a wonderful workout, and we'll see you guys back in the same spot tomorrow.